This is the government of the day that we are fighting. This is the evil regime that is rewinding and reversing all the constitutional gains, all the democratic gains that we have come so far. And Kenya has been a beacon of human dignity, human rights in Africa. Just one election, putting one wrong leader, has now taken us back decades. We are a joke. We're turning into a banana republic with these abductions. So we are here on this space, and our voice is unanimous when we say, stop abducting us. Grant us our freedom of speech. We cannot live like we are children of a lesser God, and that Ruto is our small g God, and he can do with what his will, and he can decide the right to life. That is what we are telling the government today. We are closing at the top of the hour, so you have something to say, please pick up the mic. We are talking about Aoko freedom being taken from her. Because what is happening to another Kenyan could happen to you. There are no sacred cows. So I'll give the microphone to David. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much, Afrocentric. CJ, I think last time something happened with my network, but I'm glad I'm back. So, just like I was saying, in on the topic of alcohol being abducted, we should remember that we are supposed to use our enemies. In case, even if you don't agree with our or anyone on the timeline, Afrocentric, ama any other big wig, or anyone else even in your life, we all need those people in the movement. It doesn't matter if that person doesn't agree, or even disagrees with you. We need everyone on the page, because how can you how can you how can you know the importance of light without having some darkness in it? Always remember, we need all those people, even our enemies, so that we can maneuver these big mountains. So wherever you are, whether you agree with someone on the timeline or not, remember that is just someone else who is who has this whole who has his or her own opinions regarding about a topic. So we don't push a lot. We don't support that abduction, and we should condemn those bad acts which are happening to even the other people or even our comrades. So remember, anywhere you go, whether you agree with someone or not, as in don't suppress anyone's opinion, just give them a chance to air his or her opinion. So I'm gonna stop there. I won't speak so much, and I would like to give other people a chance. So thank you so much, KOT, and kindly remember, we are asking for justice. Doesn't matter who you are, ama where you are from. We are all equal in when it comes to laws, whether you are a politician or not. So thank you very much. Have a blessed night.
Thank you, David. Dr. AJ.
Afro, good morning.
Morning, morning.
Mine will be very brief. I think we just need to do two things. Kwanza, I hope, because Mimi, I think I don't know. Afro, I don't know if you have received. I've received almost 10 calls with strange numbers. This week only. I don't know if some of you are receiving those things, but I think they are intending to do this to some of us. Yeah, I think so. I think Afro, if you would allow, some of us, I think we need to create a platform in which, when you receive such kind of calls, I think we need to have a way forward. so that those numbers can be forwarded to either of us with a strong following, and then they are just wananikwa tu hapa online, and that would be much better. I think now also there is need to start thinking how to deal with these policemen, because the kind of adaptions they are doing are not making sense at all. Adaptions should not be in the, it is not even in the law. So I think it is out of the law, and we should deal with them, I think, also as such. Something else is that let's focus on becoming a united front, and try as much as possible to do two things. One, let's clamor for a protest that is heading to Nyayo House for ID to be devolved down, and the period for taking those IDs or registering for those IDs na kuzipata. Then the other thing is Parliament. I think now it is the right time to send them away by just ensuring dissolving them, so that we can get some minds that can be able to listen to us. Thank you so much. And good morning.
Asante sana Paul Soba.
Asante sana Afrocentric, nafurahi sana kupatiwa mic. One, we have a serious issue in the entire African continent. We've been having an issue of dictatorship around Kenya, and that is Uganda. Hawajai kuchange rahisi for how many years? About 40 years. Huh? And in Kenya now, we've been having some kind of resemblance to the democracy. However, it's not the actual democracy that we want. So what is happening right now, abductions, I follow very, very closely. What's happening in Tanzania, the progress, what's happening in Kenya so far since 2022, what's happening in Uganda. The dictatorship is now roaming about, and we're having an issue of neo-colonialism. There's the reason why this dictatorship thrive. Right now, Kenya made a mistake and voted Ruto. And Ruto is a schoolboy of dictatorship from Uganda, dictator Museveni. What is happening in Kenya right now has happened in Uganda on a large scale. Abductions, even up to now, are ongoing. They've been having since, they've been taking place since 2016, abductions, okay, with impunity, okay? And now it is that time when we realize that we are in a real struggle and we are in a real revolution. This revolution is not for Kenya only. This revolution is not for Uganda only. This revolution is not for Burkina Faso only, Central African Republic. It is for the entire Africa. We need to wake up. Like one of the comrades said, civic education is very important. Our struggle now, we need to focus on it. Is inside the public about our national IDs that are, which is a mirror image copied from Uganda. They created national IDs before they used not to have them, but now they have them over the last 10, 15 years, and they used not to have national IDs. And those national IDs, they have been deliberately made to expire after 10 years so that you keep on paying and paying, renewing your citizenship. Whereby if they don't want you to vote, they take away your right to vote. They can control how many people who want change can vote. And they can deliberately deny you to have an ID and give you an excuse when that time comes for voting, because you cannot vote without a national ID. So the same thing they are trying to push for Kenya. So this is something that can unite us, and we educate the people on the ground and tell them, look, your national ID, you have to be renewing it every after 10 years. And it takes away your right to vote. So we must refuse this, no change. We must not accept this, because after 10 years, they will even make you pay for the national ID. So that's a big thing. Another thing that can unite us, we cannot allow this ongoing abductions and killing with impunity. That thing, we must sensitize the people around the entire Africa. We are tired of Africans being killed on the tunes of the Western influence. The politics that we have in Africa does not reflect the politics that the so-called foreign policy that they have in the European countries. So why is it that in Africa we have a politics whereby if you disagree, they have to, or if you use your constitutional rights to go and protest, they have to call the police, and the police, instead of keeping law and order and controlling the public in case there's any violence, they straight away start shooting to kill peaceful protesters. Just imagine, wameua ndugu zetu, just live bullets, shoot to kill. This has been happening in Uganda. I know for sure because I've been following a lot, because I have a family there, and I know I've been following a lot of what is going on there. Shoot to kill with impunity. And this so-called ambassador from the USA recently came to Kenya to talk to Ruto, Rais Ruto. It only to send a clear message that if you allow the Kenyans to uprise and take over the power that we've given you, stand by. You are going to receive a death sentence. That's why he will do everything he can to sacrifice fellow Africans to support the interest of the West. We are under attack. The democracy that the West preach to us is fake democracy. You know, we are becoming dependent mainly on their decisions. If you don't agree with them, then they remove you out of power. And I don't know why Ruto, and I insist, it must be in politics forever and ever. We need to get rid of these long-time political career-minded people, whereby that the politics is a job. That is wrong. We want leadership. And at the moment, we don't have leadership. And that's what Gen Z are trying to do right now, because we've been under captivity since 1963, under captivity. So what must we do? Like one of the comrades just said here, one Kenya, he said, we just do civic education. I really like the one of the chap ambaye anapiga nini, anapiga ngili kwa matatu. I've seen this guy, is one of the Gen Zs, our comrades. They preach in the matatus, in the buses, different buses. You go on different bus stations and you enter the buses and preach to the people the things that affect and unite all of us, so that they know next time when we do something, they will not be begged to come and join us. They will just be yearning to come and then for our cause. Okay, that is a very good strategy. Preaching the gospel to the matatus, to tax park, schools. You go send your child at school with some message to fellow students to tell their parents, to pass, they deliver all these messages, and that's what we call mass mobilization. That once we achieve that that mission, then we will be ready to go for phase 2 of removing Ruto and his system. The entire system needs to go. Okay, so Nane, it was the beginning of the struggle. So the struggle is like a marathon, but we need civic education first. In the interest of time, comrades, I appreciate.
Your Excellency, in October, the entire Lower Kapchorwa, Kunyorube. Therefore, by 2027, God willing, Ngebe Hunita, Your Excellency, in the Meji, Kogachi Tukul, Nandi Hills constituency, Kunyorube, Natunasema Asante Sana. Amugi Gosege, Wagi Misergal, and Nebayman. Your Excellency, in Alaja was to me, Kama Mujot in missing, Otne size 25 projects. Chamutain Gignone, Kiborto Sikapsa contractor Sai. Cheborat, Your Excellency, Kogongoi, Komoje Imwanyende, Amukwa Moadibigo, Wame knowledge, Higele Maganandil Kunung. So Kaiga Mugai Jul, Komeg Tiote sharing as Your Excellency. Higele Kasi Shekikagi got to before a Magitare, Chekai got to contractors, for instance, Oretam Nandil Keba Mugundui. ko kiakikochi already contractor nginyo ketar kasinoto 26 million 26 Your Excellency age sikasachul the two of them 17 sikachul noto nebo aeng Your Excellency ko nebo Nandil kwa Savani kongochobot noto Your Excellency abwoti ale ngalekab oratinwek ko sere ing chekyakinde program nebo somok Your Excellency anyun ngalekab oratinwek komi oranik kikiugu nobunu Olimbo Bomet ko kikele sinyo kobunin Kericho ino nyokomandae kowisein Nandil akwo kotokostoi komoche kesom kityo som 2-3 loops Your Excellency kimoche koit kap DL yun kenyoru loop nenyone akoi town nebunu in Cheptabachio Siriet koit yu kongeba kobit age kora nenyo konamegei simakosungukoni biik kobunu mastani eku shortcut teatawan ko lobuyu akonyo kapkoros akonyo konitok pa kap DL ak teatawan ko nekilenin koilot konyo Cheplelach Bay koilot Keben konamak nindok korata komatebe tukun ngalekab oratinwek Your Excellency nyokechoroni not Your Excellency ngalekab somanet ko kaichul ngalekab Samoe kome kityo somi kit agenge ale mi kokwet nekiainyon eng yu nekekure in Koptien ko Koptien in Your Excellency ko kokon 10 acres chebo mbaret eng yotok ketech Ahiti Animal Health Industry and Training Institute momi age kokwani tugul Your Excellency ak kemoche kerib tuga kimoche kerib ngokaik kimoche kerib pigs ko kwamut biikab ministry chebo agriculture konyo kebiman Your Excellency kokalecho amu inyone kokale kityo ngimwa ngolyo ibosu bichop koe kasit ngine kekone kora 50 million cheketoune supplementary nebo oeng kokonyo kechoran tukyotok tugul Your Excellency otara Your Excellency ko in yuto bo Koptien kora ko kiamutu biikab public works mitei a small bridge nemitei kitikin nekakola biik kabisa nyekile chesirikan moche kityo 15 million ichekei Your Excellency ndemwoe ngolyo kityo kole ibomokmokoni biik Nairobi netom kai kemwoe ako chebo nyite bridge kobit Your Excellency kamoche atiny kidogo amu kainyo akele nyon after 1 month ko kamiachul nit ngalekab forest kimoche kiwekun kongoi amu kiakobare rubet ak kinyaker forest kinginam ngecheret yokwet forest ak iyek tugul chemiun ak biik chemenye karibu forest komaya sai kokibutishe kabisa nesere kit kito nekoteimet kidogo Your Excellency ko ngolyondo nobo tuga akisome kele matkeun tuga eng forest ngoit kolya kimi biik chekinyong eng forest wakisome kele amu kakonyo minister ni kosikirwokyi komie simatkeumien eng yundok kongoi ngalekab market no po 50 million kokenyoru ngalekab housing kokonyo kit anyun chebo oeng koitinye promise Your Excellency eng ngalekab kanisoshekab Nandil kiamwaun ak ingen inye kimakwane nekiamekani promise kinyesa kokameite sasa male simwa ngolyo nebo let ongen biikab Nandil chebo market ak bodaboda kitinye tibi nebo bodaboda neong townini kabisa ko kiakipangan amait ngalecha kiyach kole ako kikole sachamun kidogo kiamwaun sinolejin amoche keyai ki agenge eng yu nekituitos bichu ak kewirekei kitinye grupit nesire 1000 young people chekiorganized akot ngalecha fitine nakilen kakile kebe kapchaishechu komakibe koya kikichenge kasishek amu makomi chepkondok taonini kamoche asomin baba nenyo kamoche asomin bodaboda ichu komoche bichu wilbaro ndetemelchini nondok nekisikele 1M ngorit kole to ananene. Asante sana Your Excellency.
Magirise beek koba beek mustai angai mwa konyil taman ngatebi saro nikai anane alakini kemwa komie amu ingen ile akile ngituye neimuchi ko me kochinen wach imwochini kabisa tugul ikeshini sipkoker nekemuch ara isin bichukuk chikemwa chu kele bongonotin ing yu ko siapanganin sipangan bicho maunoto ama betut age sapanganin aya tarajet nekemwa ing yo kele kikure ne chesirikan kokikokasirikan ipkonde biik in okay okakas ngotepsa mwaitoun sinyekechop kora inyekechopun tarajanata maunoto aya barabaret nechulat ko nekayai kamwa nebini Makini ak maybe nagemwa nabo Sabani ko Sabaro ak nabo kaptumo nikelewendi ano nye Mugundoi. Kakekoitis ngingabimani kikenyabunu betut agenge. Kuyo ki kilomita 8 9 10. Angai ilechi akoi 20 ak ata. Maya sine waiso kosiaro. Lakini ketes alak chebo kolyan eng yo kapngong yun ang tokole kidogo jata abitisiret yo. Anane mauna da ak boisionik chu kakotet ne mujumbe ni ngwong eng yu nebo aiting yo le gure kaptien koi ne metinye je bwana na basi dia mheshimiwa tosinde.
Your Excellency.
Hey.
Your Excellency. Your Excellency. Kou noto kokola sa somaret lakini kung kawolini. To wagurur.
Amaje si I jorire na kinyi. Ngote bi pajengun 45 iwe. Ijeng 5. Anane. Maya sukarate isa ko nabaro ko yetinege. Anane wali. Mauna da? Sinda 5 million je basi dia anda un 45 million. Bas, kenyi gete ji ne corona ta inyo. Age ko sine. Kanne ngalio ta ke kamu ga maja ingele mamaja ko terteri chiji amu ne amaja tare ta mumining. Ko ingele jita na mining ko maja ke kanap kidogo. Kangiro aga ne kagemwa.
Kagamwa Lisa.
Bibi uso ke mastani komi kijana ke mastani yani market kule. Papa ne nyoto rete nyoto.
Ngalek jaga mo mheshimiwa hoja wasigo si babangan. Abangani ni kijana mzuri. Ago tare tu kijana andani. Aiso. Tare amu ne amaje ki ke sugo tare ta sugo man ma paisyon ngolin amaje ori ba kwengole porkat. Anane. Aga tare ting paisyon panganat kong golle achula nende ko chula ko jakta. Mauna da?
Thank you, sir.
Ak paisionik chun alak ko ka moy wakalechok anyo ne arawa no sinya pangan chun alak chun ko jobo stimet isu.
Yes, sir.
Galen ko arorin ko mi. La to goli subi kot koit stimose ko agongorar tangye kararta ijenga si ko ngetin ajengun abo kos ko lengut ko le. Mauna da? Ak paisionik chun alak mama je amma ko changa. Kam.
Kung Your Excellency, kiyagi ko no ang ginegaptin. Kaman sumarana. Kung kapsa.
Aya, sere.
Kung
Aya, agip save wang yun. Lagin kali pick public works. I'm going to instruct pick public works nyo ko inspection.
Yes, sir.
Mama jage attach kini mo tayo ko lul jilago. Majage attach ko mie, ko tebi ko mie. So ko ngetin ko mie le kwalot ke chul. So ko chulak. Mauna da? Bas, otherwise pick up non deals. Mama jage okay. Kiti nyara meli. Orona ara meli chita jumbe ne ba tindire tubare.
Bas, Mheshimiwa Rais, tumefika hapa siku ya leo ili tusema asante kwa sababu ya kazi yako. Olejini ne presidente? Olejini gongoi? Kwanza kabisa kwa maji ambaye mimi najua ni nguzo yako katika kazi ya serikali hii. Rais ameja maundu jengeri ngengityo. Netai ko ngalekab university. Ameja ogeti university amu hii university imekuwa kizungumkuti kwa sisi watu wa Nandi County. Hasa hii kwa Italel Samoe. Contractor ambaye aliletwa hapo alikula pesa, ameharibu kazi hapo. Na ya pili tulikuomba kikisoa mingelejin uyege smeto limbajumbe kigurta yegai ne nebo ko Italel. Leji ko konech mbaret ako konech rabinik siketech university ni. Toretech. Nerube noto kora ko university shun alak tugul chun konyoru chepkondok kila wakati anami education committee angen ale saizi komi shida nemitei lakini ngiu university ni koek yu aketech campuses chun tugul across kaketech nimba Mosoriot lakini headquarter ko ngiro Masamoe asa keteshi chun alak chumbo Kabiyet ak chumbo Aldai ak chumbo Tindret ing Chemelil ketinye 50 acres 50 acres nebo Koitalel Samoe. Ya pili ko ngalekab titles. Olimbo Soin Tindret olin ko ana nyi koitoi titles chebo Kapchure. Lakini kitinye mbaret karibu 5000 acres. Chi ko bek lease chemeche ke adjudicaten ak nyi koite title nyundok ak nyi koite ora nebo Chepkumia. We have a problem in Chepkumia nekure in Chepkumia exchange. Hiyo ni low hanging fruits to you ak serikali. Tukipatia watu titles tutashukuru sana. Ya mwisho ongalega big ongoing project ni. Lakini kama governor nyugole if we are going to use stima 500,000 in 3 days. Afadhali kama waziri yako hapa tuweke solar tu sahi. Kwa sababu hao watu hawatalipa. Hawatakuwa na uwezo ya kulipa kwa nini? Tuko na project ya maji kule Tindret. Nebo Kipkoil Kimatkei ne cover ni 2 locations na niyo ni last mile tu. Uje utumalizie hiyo na waziri anajua hivyo na Mr. Alima. Kazi hiyo inaendelea huko. Hapa chini tuko na Kaptamwa na hiyo ni last mile na ni gravity. Kama yua girwa koleja mi project nebo na mi Mosop. Nege gure ine nebo big ako pa gravity kona. Onda gitoret kwa kusawa. Ya mwisho ni mambo ya soko. Tunasema shukrani. Yetu Tindret inaendelea, Nandi Hills inaendelea, Kapsabet ikiendelea na kila sehemu. Nandi Hills projects zote zinaendelea hiyo ya soko. Sikonyor kasi vijana juu. Kwa sababu tomo ko testai ni ngwong. O testai ni nyone ba Tindret ulin. Bas nyone. Kaukas. Ingele ko len ko testai tugul amu kibe Kapsabet ta testai. Nebolet keunganin mkono rais, lakini kita ni koromi bichu tugul juu ni mambo ya barabara kuanzia Kericho ikuje mpaka Nandi ikuje Tindret agoi Eldoret kama arab kitu barabara nato kamejo ketchi niko ba savan niko ratenwe kaing miten nyone Samoe akwa Mugundoi hiyo ni karibu 9 kilometers ningete Nandi Hills kwa savani akwa goi Musombor go around 26 kilometers. Those are 2 different routes. Kongo audio iko itatenda. Kazi haijaanza tu. Ukitufanyia hiyo na imaki na hii tutashukuru sana. Asanteni sana.
Bas, chamge bigam Nandil. Wamune. Yeah, thank you so much Excellency ingin panda nigainyo. Kilen gongoi amuga igonech peg gongoi kaimwa ngalega barabara eshek oyanwo kityongon koranga no mi Nandil amo agenge oeng chobo ulimba Jesume amiga gongoi kimwae gongoi amunga nyogila komwae biju agoba university agoga ingalal agoba university mwae biju ora agoba Himaki Road agoga imwa joto iyanwo kityongon kaga simwa ngalega university kisome manite nitok lakini ingen Excellency nginyoru saramek komebare age uno na ba Mosoriot oye gaigai mo baris notok to tarte kora yeah and then number 2 ana maja som tu somo kityongon gar arab kitur ko kapangan tuku kisyat amaje itoreto kityongon oret oratune kigo kwaman danger chemuswa kogone jaibu ingolina mu kinyendet nikinde igoita ingine chemuswa Koko na mwasoge kijana ka bulimba Jesume ako matinye ngalak bichoto mi oret nebo kora in Chepkober nebo Kenha newendi agoi Kaiboy akipwa agoi Tarbo kikomach kokwaman kora oranatak nebo letting ortunwek komi oret ngete Ndalat nenyone agoi Kapngetich akonyo agoi Lesos kumongji yuto ngitoretech ortunwek chotok somok Excellency ko akoborong alejata bas ko ngalek alak kotanyo kemwa mu kokepangan nebo let mutai ngatajin Excellency ko kebaibaitu amu koile inyone Baraton University kitojin ak eunek tugul ak kelejin karibu
Mheshimiwa Apollo ngagojin MCA cheptuget ing yu Chito ne mining.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Kimeche kelechin Your Excellency karibu eng Nandi Hills Ward eng county nenyo nebo Nandi. Kimeche kelechin kongoi eng ngalek tugul chekaiyomises chekaipangan akitet akobo achek. Kilechinin kongoi amu kingipangani akisete isome cherop ko kikolechin atkinye toreto simawe songo. Ameche alechin kongoi eng ngalekab beek chekaikonech chebo 350 million. Kimeche kelechin kisukumani boisionik kou kikeyomisech. Taonit ayin Your Excellency koilecheni Eldoret koek city. Kisome taonit nyo nebo Nandil ngoliotab siwerech sikobit keek balance sikobit koek Nandil municipality. Ngoliot nekisukumani eng wardit nyo nebo Nandil noto no. Chang boisionik chekesome Your Excellency. Kimeche kesomin ing komikinetab kei. Ngoliot ikere kengololech, ikere kengololi ko ngalek nebo koitelel Samoei University.